Groovy Sounds and Hazy Hues by Just Bell. A 60s odyssey, set against the vibrant pulse of a Haight-Ashbury record shop, where vinyl treasures and kaleidoscopic color echo the spirit of an era. In the heart of the swinging 60s, when the air was thick with rebellion and the vibrant colors of counterculture painted the landscape, there stood a small, dimly lit record shop on the corner of Haight-Ashbury. Its entrance was adorned with psychedelic posters, and the strains of far-out music spilled onto the streets, inviting the curious and the adventurous. It was a haven for those seeking the soundtrack to their rebellion. Under the flickering neon sign that proclaimed Groovy Sounds, the bell jingled as the doors swung open. A young man, with the telltale glint of mischief in his eyes, sauntered in. The scent of incense wafted through the air, embracing him like a warm, hazy cocoon. The shelves were stacked with vinyl records, their vibrant covers promising a journey into uncharted musical realms. The shopkeeper, an older fellow with wisps of silver in his hair, glanced up from behind the counter and offered a knowing smile. "Looking for something special, man?" The young man, with a mischievous grin, replied, "You know it, my friend. Something rare, something mind-bending." With a nod, the shopkeeper gestured toward the back, where a dimly lit corridor led to the treasure trove of underground sounds. The young man ambled down the narrow aisle, his senses heightened by the haze of pot smoke lingering in the air. The walls were adorned with posters of iconic bands, and the flickering light created a kaleidoscope effect that seemed to dance in rhythm with the music. He reached the back of the shop, where a section labeled bootlegs and obscure gems beckoned him like a siren's call. As he sifted through the dusty records, his fingers brushed against vintage album covers adorned with psychedelic artwork. Each sleeve held the promise of sonic adventure, and he couldn't resist the allure of the mysterious and the unconventional. The strains of Jimi Hendrix's guitar wailed from an old turntable, and as the music enveloped him, the boundaries between reality and the surreal blurred. The young man lost himself in the kaleidoscopic sounds, his mind riding the waves of distortion and feedback. The incense intensified, creating an otherworldly atmosphere that transported him to a realm where time stood still. Minutes turned to hours as he immersed himself in the eclectic selection. Finally, he unearthed a dusty, unmarked album hidden in the back. A grin spread across his face as he realized he had stumbled upon a rare bootleg recording of a legendary performance. The shopkeeper, who had been observing from a distance, nodded approvingly. "Good find, man. That one's a trip." With his prized possession in hand, the young man made his way to the counter. As the doorbell jingled behind him, he stepped back onto the streets of Haight-Ashbury, the vibrant sounds of the 60s echoing in his ears. The record shop, with its incense-infused air and psychedelic ambience, became a timeless memory, a portal to an era where rebellion and music intertwined in a cosmic dance.